Sicko segment. So let's see, man. Down bad Dav Boro, right? Responds to Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan says, I always wondered what the fuck Jade was even doing to get pushed like that. Me too. I'm right there with you, Liv. And Dav goes, WWE Women's Division is in a shambles backstage, man. This idiot, high IQ, all the AEW fans are high IQ and rich. This rich, astute, educated, fucking studious young gentleman here, Dav Boro, thinks that live means push, as in like push in wrestling and not pushed out of a truck or off a fucking guardrail or however she fell on that car. You know what I mean, dude? And they talk the most shit. And it's the funniest.
Dummy. Yeah.
And this guy doesn't know anyone. He's never even been in the same room as a pro wrestler, let alone fucking has ever spoken to one. And this is why these dirt sheets are so... This is why everyone's pushing back. Well, who cares if they fucking... well, why do you care that we care, bro? This is why I care. Because young, impressionable, dumb people like Dav, they fucking run with this narrative that there's shit going on when it's just a made-up thing. There's no problems backstage in the women's locker room. That's a fucking lie. It's a farce. Okay? These guys need milk and help and fresh air and shit. So AEW Defender had like a melty. He's just been saying melty stuff lately, as usual, but he ended up blocking me, which is pretty funny. So he was like defending Dusty Dave. Actually, let me go back to like where this started here. So this fool says, and he blocked me, bro. Oh, he deleted it. I can't even read it. Fuck. So you got the smoke, dude. That's the problem. So he just was like, everybody who makes fun of Dave Meltzer just wants their spot. All the people going after him just wish they were him. The news comes from the wrestlers. And it's like, no, bro. If the news was coming from the wrestlers, we would have no problems. If he was like, yeah, Randy Orton told me he's hurt till this day, we'd have no fucking problems. The problem is that they don't come from the wrestlers and they lie. These people lie. And so I responded and I was like, nope, you have room temperature IQ. Shut up and continue to lick balls like you do. Don't enter into this territory. Now, people are like, you went harsh. Well, I feel personally attacked. Are you trying to tell me I want Meltzer's spot? I want to be the fucking... I don't know. I went off. I was like, yeah, I want to be the old senile guy who doesn't know when my run's up with Just for Men dripping down, steroided out of my fucking gills. Like, no, dude, that's a guy who can't control his tongue when he's talking about New Japan. No thanks, bro. I'm good where I'm at, you know? And so I said that. I think he had some responses, but I think he deleted the shit. He's like, you'd think at some point you'd respect people who haven't blocked you yet. It's been over a year, but nope. It's been over a year, what? Like, since he's had an account? Like, I don't even get what this guy's keeping timers on me now. But I'd barely interact with this guy, you know? But he's like, just keep slinging insults. I might have to reevaluate this. And I was like, you'd think at some point you get a clue. Why would not blocking me garner my respect? Nobody cares who you follow or don't, and you should reevaluate your shit-ass takes that you don't actually believe in. And this is the problem. He doesn't actually believe in this shit, right? And then, yeah, he goes off. So I screen grabbed this part. So we'll just go back to that. So, yeah, he posted this, like, and then he blocked me. It's a little thing I like to call bullshit tolerance. Now, remember, this guy started off by defending Dave. It's not that Dave Meltzer has lied about people being dead who weren't. It's not that he says he has internal memos and puts it behind his paywall message board only to find out it's a fan-made spreadsheet from a Discord, from some fucking Mark's Discord. It's not any of those things, right? It's not Dave claiming he studies all these different businesses that he doesn't study. Like, he doesn't even listen to what Ari Emanuel has to say, but he says he studies the business. He doesn't, it's none of those things, right? It's that we want to be him. That's the biggest cop-out when any of these fucking people, and they always do this shit, right? And then you become a lol cow. This is what the fuck happened to so many people, dude, in YouTube history, where it's like, you're just jealous and you don't fucking... No, nobody's jealous of you. Nobody wants to be Meltzer. It's not what it is, bro. It's that he just perpetrates lies. It's what it is. And he's a goofball. And he's like a parody. Are we not supposed to laugh at a guy who's like so unfucking serious that it seems like he's ribbing us? It seems like a comedy sketch of a guy doing a wrestling reporter. I'm not supposed to laugh. I'm not supposed to point out why that's funny. Fuck you, But he goes, I probably got 10 people on my block list See, this guy has this weird like importance. It's been 1 year. You think you'd respect me? He said that before, then here he's like, I only got like 10 on my list. Difference of opinions don't bother me, but after a year and a half, I got to stop and think, what's the point of just dealing with insults? Keep it to disagreeing. And yeah, I don't even respond to this fucking guy. He blocked me though, but after I said my response though, that was the thing. And my response was like, no, I can't even remember what the fuck I said. I don't even think it matters, but yeah, I go, dude, I rarely interact with you and you're just stupid. At some point, you should look in the mirror and go, why the fuck am I consistently 1,000% wrong and feel the need to speak ignorantly about this shit? Is it for clicks, the attention? You don't even believe the shit you say. And my role is the asshole who calls liars and hacks out on their shit. Block me. I don't care. Someone will screen grab your dumb ass regardless, and I'll still get my chuckle. Boom. And then, I don't know, he deleted the main thing and then blocked me after this post. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not trying to hurt his feelings, but it's just like, no, I felt like, hey, when people go, people only make fun of Meltzer because this. No, I'm going to tell you why they do it, because I do it more than anybody. And it's not like from I've never given Meltzer my money in my life. Okay. So it's like, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's that you guys want his narrative to be what reality is when it isn't. And your mind is too malleable to sift through his bullshit, and either AEW defenders trolling, right, to try and be like an AIR Gold, in which case you deserve to get shit kicked online, right? Or if you're not trolling and you think you're actually helping, then someone's got to smack you down to reality. But also, here's the other thing why I went hard on AEW Defender, and everybody knows this, and this is why I've had him like muted or whatever the fuck forever, is because if you go on his page, the first thing he's like, I kept receipts on everyone. And he's like one of these guys who's got a fucking video essay made about like shit awful wrestling was wrong about and stuff like that. So these people like to just play victim when it's convenient for them as well. But meanwhile, like, he's just a little dick sniff. So ultimately, yeah, he had to fucking, if you question why flutes are playing, bro, I'm the fucking Pied Piper dude. Like, you got to answer to me ultimately at the end of the day. I'm the final boss when it comes to Meltzer, you know what I mean? And I'll claim it. I don't give a fuck. You know, no one's got to do it for me. I ain't afraid. But anyways, Defender again. So here's just an example I saw, sort of back up what I'm saying. He goes, WWE led a successful smear campaign against AEW. The Twitter bots have been replaced with parrots who thought it was funny. They smeared with podcasters, another layer to strip away credibility using pros. No, all of the main podcasters all shill AEW to this day. Fightful, Meltzer, even Conrad Thompson won't go harsh on them. All of the gatekeepers, Thurston and them, all the people, JD for the longest fucking time, was pro AEW. And he's not even really a gatekeepy guy. Like, he's a guy that broke through it, you know? So, well, he's a little gatekeepy, right? Like him and Solomonster then blocked me and shit. JD at least unblocked me. But hey, all I'm saying is that for people who give opinions, man, it's very gatekeepy out there. The people who've been like in the game for a while. So, no, they didn't like get Eric Bischoff isn't a podcaster. Like, he is, I mean, technically, I guess, because he does a podcast. Yes, but he was just one of the fucking many veterans that Conrad's like, oh, come on now. It would be fun, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, to do a podcast with me, you know? So it just so happened his shit blew up because people care what Bischoff has to say. But anyways, they smeared their top name, Jericho, using Hausman. No, but Hausman's a goober too. It all worked. Yeah, neckbeard's high IQ. Fuck, man. And how did they smear him? Jericho smeared himself. This is what I mean. It's just called cope, man. So so here's like bullshit tolerance. Man was literally defending Meltzer, then blocked me after flexing his 10 blocks count. Pissed I didn't make the top 10. See, I'm just too smart of an asshole to... You can never take me seriously, bro. I'm just always being a dick. And then on here, I'm like, I'm nice, I swear. So while I have your attention here, folks, and before we move on with more of the graps, if you're into my coverage of pro wrestling and like what I do, consider checking out my other YouTube channel, Phil Marks Out, that I just launched with my episode 1 and 2 review of Daredevil. If you like movies and pop culture and YouTube drama and TV show reviews and things of that nature, and you like to hear my unique take and perspectives and hearing me rant about stuff, then head over to youtube.com/@PhilMarksOut. Subscribe over there. It's a different format than Pro Wrestle Times or Pro Wrestle Clips. Obviously, if a live show or podcast comes down the line, that's one thing, but it's actually me sort of staying sharp and flexing my video editing skills while also doing more scripted content, and I think you guys will enjoy it a lot, and I got a lot of insight in that world too. So if you enjoy movies, TV show, music, pop culture, YouTube drama, all of that sort of stuff, and you want to hear what I got to say about things other than graps, then make sure you head to Phil Marks Out and hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now let's get back to babbling about some grappling. Orga Trey tweets this out. Just one of the most incompetent things ever. If the wrestler's doing the wrestling is the boring part to you, maybe watch something other than pro wrestling. Unfortunately, that's not what pro wrestling is, although you are right. But I don't know anybody who says the wrestling aspect is boring necessarily in any company. And yeah, people were like, fuck you, what do you like, AEW and shit, which he probably does. But ultimately, though, yeah, pro wrestling's more like pageantry and shit, bro. Has been for a long fucking time. But yes, also the wrestling has to be good. So I don't know which wrestling this guy prefers, but yeah, he's not entirely wrong there. And then, yeah, this guy here, this sicko cops to fucking getting Heel Uzi banned again. So Heel Uzi is just one of those accounts, like he's clearly just trolling. Maybe he says toxic, crazy shit. I don't know. I had no clue. But then this guy just cops to it. So he's like, this guy, Dana Andrews, is like, you can thank me for that. Reported his ass for spam and hate towards AEW. So he just reported him for spam and hate towards AEW. You can do that? That's enough to get your shit banned?
You what?
Kind of crazy, man. And that was our impromptu and very brief sicko segment there. Thank God, because these people just...
Master, you need to obliterate.
Oh, wow.